Hello and welcome to another episode of Tales of the Abyss. So, wait, that's on you. Luke,
Yeah?
what you write in your diary?
I will show you what I wrote in my diary today. No, I won't. It's my diary. You can't read it.
What?
Those who were driven away. We found the replica Mary at the top of the Tower of Rem, holding an injured replica. Apparently that replica had been treated as a slave by human beings and had barely managed to make it to the tower. I guess there isn't much room for replicas in the world right now. The replica Mary agreed to die on the... This cat.
What did she do?
She is on her hind legs, with her front paws resting like a priss on Mommy's thigh.
Mommy, attention, please.
The replica Mary agreed to die on the condition that we would guarantee protection for the remaining replicas. I was still wavering, but Ash came along and yelled at me. We started fighting over the Sword of Lorelei, and then I caused a hyper-resonance. To be honest, I don't really remember what happened then. I was probably thinking a lot about how I didn't really want to die, but in any case, I was able to grab the Sword of Lorelei from Ash, and I used it to start a hyper-resonance. But I wasn't able to eliminate all of the miasma by myself. Then Ash helped me, and together we neutralized the miasma, at the cost of thousands of replica lives. Just pretend there were thousands on top of that tower, even though there were really only like 20. As can be seen from the fact that I'm writing this, I didn't disappear. In fact, as a result of my body partially disintegrating, we were able to acquire the Jewel of Lorelei, which had become mixed in with the phonons in my body. At first glance, it looks like things couldn't be better. But I know the truth. I saw my hand starting to vanish. That may be a sign that I myself am going to disappear. Fortunately, Ash and the others didn't seem to notice. In the end, Ash took the Sword of Lorelei with him, while I kept the Jewel of Lorelei, and we separated. If we stay together, it'll be that much easier for Master Van to attack us. Ash left and we headed for Belkend so that I could get a thorough examination. The result of the examination in Belkend was as I expected. I'm going to disappear. And in the near future, too. I told the doctor not to tell anyone about it, wanting to keep it a secret. But Jade realized the truth. He said he wouldn't tell anyone else, though. Thanks, Jade. It looks like I don't have much time left. But at last I finally started wanting to live. I don't want to die, I don't even want to think about it, but I don't have a choice, so I want to enjoy the time I have left with everyone else. I hope I'll be able to fill the rest of this diary with such good things. In any case, we need to report to the king, and I could use some rest, so we decided to head back to Batical. Let's go. Eyes on me. We decided to save the report to Uncle for tomorrow and rest at the mansion today. What is that weird music in my head? I guess I might as well head back to my room and take a nap. I was in my room thinking about what it would be like to die when Tyr came in. Apparently she'd heard from Mew that I was going to disappear. Cat Mew, of all things to babble about. Tyr's the one person I didn't want knowing about it. Tyr told me not to keep anything from her anymore. Yeah, I guess. Now that she's learned my biggest secret, I don't have anything. Well, only one thing to hide from her. Thanks, Tyr. The next morning I was feeling just a little better. It's odd. I feel bad for making others share my pain, but at the same time it makes my own feelings lighter. Anyway, I guess I ought to head out and report to Uncle. Everyone's probably waiting in the drawing room. Let's stop there first. Words between father and daughter. When I entered the drawing room, a messenger from the castle had just arrived, reporting that the New Order of Lorelei had sent an emissary. Here they come at last. Father headed for the castle. Let's follow him. The emissary from the New Order of Lorelei was Largo. Uncle refused the New Order's demands. There's no turning back now. After Largo left, Uncle told me and Natalia to see him in his room later. It sounds like he's decided to tell her the truth. It'll be tough, Natalia, but hang in there. When Natalia learned the truth about her father, she ran off to question Largo. We can't just leave her alone. Let's follow her. Natalia had caught up with Largo at the port. There we heard from Largo why he joined the God Generals. He had lost his wife and daughter because of the score, and had come to hate the score for that. And, he said, the score holds the planet's memory, the record of the entire life of the planet from its creation through its destruction, a memory which all life on the planet is destined to follow. Largo had refused to accept that. He also said that our methods were insufficient. As long as the planet's memory exists, any choice we make will eventually lead to the same place. The score is that absolute. I finally understand why Master Van is taking such an extreme course of action. The originals are limited by the planet's memory, so he wants to create a new human race, the replicas, which will truly be free. That's the world that Master Van desires. Natalia looked depressed, and the rest of us were shocked by the new truth we learned about the score, because we all decided to take that bastard's word for it, apparently. At any rate, Uncle is probably worried about Natalia, so let's head back to the castle. Uncle told Natalia that she didn't have to go out and fight anymore. The summit on the score had concluded safely. There was no reason for a father and daughter connected by blood to fight each other. But Natalia decided to come with us, and think about how to face Largo on the way. Uncle accepted her decision as well. So the next thing we'll need to do is stop the planet storm. But we don't even know how the planet storm works, so let's stop by Yulia City, where there should be some records about it. Teodoro should be able to help us. That's where we left off on the main story, but we got side questy things to do. We just finished doing Jade's Dr. Mambo title in Belkand, right?
I don't remember.
Let me double check. Yes. So, okay, there's one side questy thing to do, and it's where we're going anyway.
Is it another book?
Book.
No.
Oh.
We're going back to someplace memorable.
Oh. Is this a lovey-dovey moment?
Could be.
What is it, Luke?
Oh. When I come to this city, it reminds me of just how bad a person I was. Feeling penitent again? It's certainly better to feel remorse than not to, but you can't spend all your time like that. I know. I don't mean I'm going to start moping around. It's just... this is the place where I made up my mind to change.
Yeah. You got your hair here.
I only pretended to change on the outside.
My, didn't you want to change from the bottom of your heart? You've devoted yourself to atoning for what you did.
Yeah, the feelings I felt then were no lie. I was serious. But, time and again, I keep learning that those feelings were naive. After I killed someone for the first time aboard the Tartarus, I made a vow that I'd fight. At the time, I didn't understand the fear of really killing people at all. After Axariuth, I just made excuse after excuse, and I didn't even realize I was being rebuked for it. Everyone left me, and I didn't want to be abandoned, so even though I didn't really understand anything, I cut my hair and made up my mind to do whatever it took. I cut my hair as a symbol of the strength of my resolve, but when I thought I might actually die for real, I realized just how weak that resolve was. And? You want to whine for a bit now? No, I'm happy I've been able to realize things like that, even if only little by little. And I hope, from now on, that I can avoid doing things that I'll look back on with regret over how naive I was. I think it's going to be hard, but that's how I want to try to live. Your feelings have always been sincere at the time, correct? Huh? Well, yeah, I was immature, but I meant what I said. Then isn't that enough? Human beings are not perfect.
Yeah. Are you just trying to pretend to be all mature now or something?
No, of course not! Yeah, it did sound like that. You've come this far doing what you think is best, right? Don't make excuses for it. Makes you sound pathetic.
Yes, I don't think there are any words to be said about this sort of thing. Actions speak louder than words.
Huh. Sorry.
Well, I think you're a mature master.
Thanks, Mew. And that's that. Now we move on.
Hello.
We won't be having any more side quests to do until after the next dungeon.
Boo.
Teodoro! Oh, big news, by the way, from the PC game show that happened earlier.
Persona 4 is out on Steam!
Persona 4 Golden got stealth released on Steam, yes.
Stealth release?
Like, it was released the instant it was announced. So now you can play Persona 4 Golden without a goddamn Vita TV.
Guess what we'll be playing Persona 4 Golden on when we stream it again.
Yeah, which means now I need time to build up yet another New Game Plus file.
But cheat codes. You can cheat the shit out of this game now.
Yeah, but there is content that's only available in a New Game Plus.
I'm aware of this, but you can make it go faster.
I can. And I can speed hack it. Now, if only Arno Surge would get the same treatment.
Someday.
If only Arno Surge would get a sequel. What do we need to do to stop the planet storm?
The planet storm is controlled by a giant phonic glyph. It's said that Yulia used the Sword of Lorelei to carve the phonic glyph into the land.
So, we'll need to do something about the phonic glyph.
The Sword of Lorelei gathers seventh phonons, and the jewel disperses them. If Yulia gathered seventh phonons with the Sword of Lorelei and opened the gate, then we should be able to disperse them with the jewel and close it. Do we even know how to use the jewel?
Let us use documents from the time to analyze the jewel here.
Thank you.
We could split up for a bit while that's being done.
That's unusual coming from you, Tyr.
I don't see why not.
Then we'll meet back here later.
If there's anything I learned from our last split up, it's talk to Tyr last.
Talk to Tyr last. So don't go to Tyr's room.
Hello, you two. How are you feeling? Fine right now. But Tyr and Mew found out. I see. So Tyr knows. Poor thing. Yeah, I feel bad for making her worry about me. You're amazingly dense, aren't you, Luke? I don't think so. Oh? Then perhaps you're so preoccupied with her that you haven't noticed. Or maybe it's a self-defense reflex. Oh well, it's none of my business. What are you talking about?
Master is dense.
I'm just telling you to go see Tyr. Go on, shoo. Okay. I swear, such a child.
Master,
Janice was back there.
Yeah?
Up top.
Oh wow. I completely didn't see her.
Is she like leaning on that thing?
What is that thing?
It's a railing made of phonons.
Ah.
Wow. Ion managed to order in conjunction with this place.
I can't imagine how when there was... Oh, Yulia Road. Yeah, this is like the real core of the Order of Lorelei.
I better shape up. I've got to beat the people here.
Beat the people here? What? You gonna
Not
beat them with a
up.
stick?
No!
Why?
No. It's still a secret. Look, I'm not gonna beat them up, but I'm gonna beat them at their own game. Look, it's a secret. Anyway, Anyway, do you think Natalia's okay?
Hmm.
You've been friends since you were kids. Go cheer her up.
No, Ash has been
No,
her friend.
and well, go and cheer her up. Go on. Go talk to Natalia. Oh God, it's that relationship split.
So I've
Shoot.
got...
Jade is like, Tyr, go talk to Tyr, and this is like, go talk to Natalia.
So who do I talk to last first? I'm confused.
Maybe talk to Guy. Maybe he'll have some advice.
Oh, he'll just tell me to go talk to Mew. Tyr seems pretty cold, but she's actually pretty nice, huh? What do you mean? You haven't really seen her at all. Sure I have. She's always hard on me. Well, she's nice sometimes, I guess. Are you stupid? Only a child needs kindness to be blatantly obvious in order to see it. If you haven't realized it for yourself yet, go and look for her now and see what you find. Oh, 1 vote for Tyr. I guess that's too hard for a 7-year-old to understand.
That's 2 votes for Tyr and 1 for Natalia.
Alright, then Tyr is last first. And Natalia is first last.
Where the fuck is she?
I don't know. She poofed. Natalia!
No,
Nope,
you'll be
she's
leaving.
not this way. What a boring city.
You'd think Annis would just tell Luke to talk to her.
Go on, Luke, go talk to Annis. Oh wait, that's me.
I'm not that sadistic!
I think you mean egotistic, and yes you are.
Shut up. I changed. Okay, I've changed.
You still want to marry a hot rich man.
Even though your parents are free now.
Guy is an option.
Guy is a servant.
Guy's a noble.
Ha! Talia, where the fuck are you?
I am so lost.
It's Tyr's room.
Oh, she's not
No.
in here.
You want me to look this up?
Oh,
Nah.
they're together.
Have fun talking to
Tia.
yourself.
Do you mind if I ask you how it felt? When you learned that that your brother had this terrible plan? It didn't sound real. Real? Yes, it felt like I was listening to a story. I didn't understand what he was talking about. I think I know what you mean. My whole mind just went blank for a moment. After that, I frantically investigating. After that, I frantically investigated what he was trying to do. And I decided I had to stop him, no matter what, even if it killed the both of us. How did you become so determined? Van was the only relative I had in this world. As one who shared the same blood, I felt I had to stop him. No matter how many times I asked him, he wouldn't tell me the truth. When I first confronted Van, turned my blade on him, I was like a cornered animal. I couldn't see anything at all.
Like you can't see anything out this non-window.
It's just a blurry image of the city. Tia.
Yeah, it still looks miasmified even though it isn't.
You shouldn't make the same choice I did. I don't think you need to. I want to save this world, even if the planet's memory really is absolute. Yulia left behind an absolute score, yet she didn't read anything on it about replicas. I want to bet on that, on the hope that Luke represents. Yes, Luke told us that people can change. Watching him, I put to rest the old me that thought of nothing but killing my brother. I was able to try to understand Van's real feelings. But I have a feeling I understand why Largo is supporting Van. I don't mean to say that he should be allowed to do what he's doing, but... Natalia, I don't think it's necessary to understand everything rationally. I never thought I'd hear you say something like that. I can say this only because I hold on so hard to being rational. Some answers you can only find by letting go. Tia, thank you.
I should leave Natalia to Tyr for now. I'll head back to Teodoro. Skit. Oh, this is probably just me and Mew. Or just me. Tyr's in the same position as Natalia, isn't she? She never shows it, so I tend to forget.
Tyr's a nice person, so she doesn't let you see when she's hurt.
Yeah, I know, but...
So just be nice to her.
I said I know, Thing! You don't need to tell me!
Master, can I ask something?
What?
Why do you call me Thing?
Oh, well, you know, you're blue, have weird ears, sound like a girl, and breathe fire. You're a thing.
You understand.
Don't worry. Anyway, I'll try to keep Tyr in mind.
Yeah. I said I'm a boy.
You sound like a girl.
Because I'm little.
You have blue hair, fur. If blue and white hair fur, you fly with your ears. You breathe fire. You talk, but only while you're wearing a weird hoop. You are a thing.
You are an ass.
Just as I thought, this jewel is inscribed with a phonic art as well. Please focus 7th phonons into it. Its dispersive power and phonic art will activate, stopping the phonic glyph.
That'll close the gate, huh?
Yes, I would seal it off at the absorption gate. That's where the planet storm finishes its cycle. Closing it there is the most logical choice.
The absorption gate. That's why we fought Van.
Tyr. If we stop the planet storm, we'll be able to approach Eldrant. It may be painful for you, but let's do our best.
Right.
What about you, Natalia? Are you going to be okay?
I'm fine, thank you.
Hey, what about me? And me.
Okay, is everybody ready? Ready.
Ready? Ready?
Then we're off to the absorption Wait, one of those responses sounded weird. Oh, details. There's no time, Luke. Let's go. Skit, the final confrontation. So, we're finally going to confront the new Order of Lorelei. Natalia looks really troubled.
She doesn't have much time to make a decision. And she knows that, which makes things even harder for her, on her.
Why doesn't she just run away? She doesn't need to fight her real father. Yeah, I know. But she is who she is now because she's never turned aside from the obstacles in her path. She won't run away even if we tell her to, huh? Well, if she's a burden, we'll leave her behind. If she doesn't want that, she'll have to settle her feelings. That's just how it is. Tough as usual, aren't you? I'm only stating the obvious. Friend or foe? That's quite a sigh there. And whose fault do you think it is? I almost died there! You're always one step away from death on the battlefield. Yeah, but you don't expect to be killed by your allies. Pardon me, who are you saying is whose ally? I assume that's a joke, but please stop saying it like you're serious. Okay, I'll say it was a joke. Kinda sorta royal. Oh,
Wow.
we're getting a bunch of skits now.
Oh. Wow, Luke, you look kind of like a prince in that.
The Viscount outfit.
Yeah.
What's with the kind of? He is royalty, more or less.
He does wear it reasonably well. I suppose he looks kind of noble for a change.
You're all so honest, aren't you? That's why I didn't want to wear this. Damn it!
And you contributed nothing.
Alright.
It stares.
We are going to the absorption gate. And we will see you there next time.
Bye!
Done it.
Hey guys! Do you like our content? Do you want to support the show? Click the link in the description below to visit our donation page. All proceeds go towards new and better equipment and games you want to see us play. Everyone who donates will get a special shout out at the end of future videos, and we're currently working on setting up some special perks for you. If you don't want to donate, that's okay too. You can support us by subscribing and clicking that bell icon so you get notified whenever we put out a new video. A huge thank you to Kyle Sheridan for donating and helping to keep our show going.
Hey guys, thanks for watching this episode of Let's Voice Act Tales of the Abyss. If you want to watch the last episode, click the box on the left. Or if you want to listen to our fantasy journey of Dungeons and Dragons from our show called Saving Throw, then I suggest clicking the box on the right. So again, thanks for watching and see you next time. Janet?